you decided the life mantra was things have got to be enjoyable, work for yourself, and you've made an absolute empire out of it. It's awesome.
Oh, it's good fun. It's good fun. And I think, and you know what? I've never worked so hard as when I've worked as what I'm doing now. Like this weekend, I got up both days at 6, and I basically fall off my perch at 10. Like, as much as I want to stay awake, I just basically go sideways, then
Absolutely.
fall asleep on the sofa. And but I just, like, I work crazy hours, did at FNF, still doing now, but I don't mind because I really love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's
And you want it to be
fun.
successful.
And I want it, exactly, I want it to work. And to be quite frank, you've got to put the hours in.
Yes.
You gotta, you know, it requires it, and you've got to push the envelope a bit. So, well, that's at least my experience. So,
Well, I mean, it's
yeah,
interesting because I feel like, a lot of people do go into business thinking that, working for yourself is glamorous.
it
and
is
that
not.
and that you can do it around, and look, I'm sure there are people that do it around a lifestyle, but depending on the type of company you're trying to build, absolutely,
Yeah.
you really do. It is a really, not even a full-time job, it's life.
It's
There
life.
is no balance.
No, there isn't. It really does just become your life. You live and breathe it, and that's part, I think, of what makes it the success. And
Mm,
it's always a struggle. I've heard so many stories about when founders leave, because
yeah.
the heart and soul goes from the business, and it really does. And I've been really
Mm,
mindful of that with Snuggle Honey as well. It's like I'm coming into a business that I didn't start,
mm,
so I've got to live and breathe it and absorb it, and
yes.
just it's got to run through my DNA as F&F did. It
Yeah.
has to be the
Well,
same.
and that's an interesting point. What differences have you found? So starting it from scratch versus coming in semi-established.
Yeah, I think I've learned so much in the first business,
Mm,
learned so much in the first business, that it probably shortcuts quite a bit now.
yeah, awesome.
I think that's been definitely a learning. Some things that we did, which maybe took us longer, or we were dithering over the decisions or something like that, we've just been able to just go, no, that's the decision, that's the right thing. I think you'd be quite assured of your decisions there. But then you're coming into a brand that, with F&F, it ran through my veins in terms of the values that we had, were my values on the wall. So
Yeah.
we had all of our values on the wall. They were absolutely my values. So it's kind of, it was second nature to me. Every decision was very obvious to me.
Mm,
And I've basically been kind of like morphing myself into Snuggle Honey to go, every decision has to be second nature to me again. It's
yeah.
got to be, and that
Mm,
takes a bit of time, right? So um they're probably some of the differences. And you're just learning a whole new customer base. You're learning a whole new product set. Different customers want different things. Yeah, there's heaps of stuff, really.
yeah, well, and I guess because so at F&F, you built everything from the ground up, right? So you would
Yeah,
intimately understand each one of those things versus coming in and going, okay, what's actually already established? How do
yeah,
we speak to our customer? What's the brand? What are all the systems and processes? It's almost learning rather than learning by setting them up.